what the misconceptions are in the industry.
Oh, we're going to get to that because there's two things that really grind my gears as it pertains to people's perception of Mercury. And I felt as the mobile guy, it was inappropriate for me to address this type of thing, but you're the Mercury guy, so it is appropriate for you to address this. And the first thing that I would love to ask you is in relation to all these different platforms, right? So we have 30 partners that connect to Mercury.
Yep.
And everybody uses a different firmware for a Mercury board.
Or do they?
Exactly. This is my point because I can't tell you. So I used to work for an OEM partner named Genetec. You may have heard of it. And Genetec has a partnership with Mercury, as does Linnell, as does all these 30 plus manufacturers. Matter of fact, I'll throw a link below to the partner list. And the common concern that I heard from both systems integrators and end users is, well, if I want to switch from one access control system to the other, I have to flash the firmware because this one has this person's firmware and this one has this person's firmware. And I'm like, I don't think that's correct.
It doesn't work that way.
No,
it doesn't work that way.
Can you dispel that rumor right now?
100% it doesn't work that way. So I think this is the biggest misconception when it comes to Mercury, is that Mercury creates special things for certain partners, and that is the farthest thing from the truth. The truth is Mercury makes exactly the same controller, exactly the same firmware, exactly the same driver, exactly the same API and SDK for every single of those 30 plus partners. So it's I think there's some reasons why this misconception happens. Some of the Mercury partners brand the Mercury controllers as their own.
Sure.
Right? So in a Linnell...
And there's a business reason for that,
exactly.
Of course.
In a Linnell scenario, for example, it's not called an LP1502, it's called an LNL X2220. So it doesn't necessarily look like a Mercury board on the label.
Right.
It looks like a Mercury board physically.
Right.
But it's a Mercury board 100% through and through. Any partner can have the ability to talk to that Mercury board. There's no special sauce for any of the individual brands that integrate with Mercury.
The way that they do integrate the firmware into their software is different. And there are, like, the way that Linnell leverages Mercury and the way that Genetec leverages Mercury and the way that these other brands leverage Mercury all might be different.